So good afternoon, everybody. Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers, along with the rest of the WTOL 11 weather team. We got John Birchfield here.
Yeah, we're tracking that transition from rain to snow. Hope you're having a good day so far. Many folks woke up to some rain this morning, Chris, but that's going to change at some point this afternoon.
It's going to change. We got to be honest, right? That rain this morning was expected, entirely expected the whole time. But John, it's been painfully slow.
Yeah, Mother Nature is taking her time with this one.
Yeah, we're being honest. It's a slow transition from that rain to snow. Now, it certainly depends on where you are. So, point to the Facebook Live right now. We're streaming on multiple platforms. If you want to say hello, come on into this safe space. We're going to say hello. If you've got a question or a comment, keep it kind. We're doing our best here. Do that, and we'll be happy to answer. We've got some of your comments up here. We've got Holly in Toledo. Loretta in Sandusky, hello. I want to hear from our friends in Michigan. You want to know why I want to hear from them, John?
Because they're probably seeing snow right now.
You're actually seeing snow in Michigan.
Lucky you. We're a little envious, Chris and I are.
Now, it is moving into the area. Oh, look at this. We've got Christine in Swanton saying we've got snow. Paula in Erie, Michigan, we've got snow. So I promise you, it's coming for everybody. We will get that transition to snow. There's no doubt about that. So, John, what are you thinking about this transition? Take us through this.
So, Toledo Metro is right on the fence right now, and radar really indicates that well. There's a fine line here to the northwest of Toledo, seeing that blue indicative of snow, and then further to the southeast. And it's starting up in the Toledo Metro, West Toledo, David says.
David says West Toledo. David, appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, here it comes. It's snowing. And I think people are going to chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
Once it starts snowing. It's been an agonizingly slow start, but it's only 1 o'clock. And, John, putting this in perspective, we still have another 30 hours till this storm actually leaves our area. So if we get this changeover, we could still see about 24 straight hours of snow. I'll be honest with you. We've trimmed the snow totals back just a bit. You'll see that map in a little bit.
But it's still going to be a very significant storm and our biggest of the season by far. No changes with the impacts also, especially on Thursday.
Boy, we're getting some love in Sylvania right now. I love it from everyone. And Jennifer in Sylvania, she said it's a good old snow in Sylvania.
Good.
Many kids that are home from school in parts of our area. We really tried to be specific about this yesterday because the southern edge of our viewing area, there is going to be snow. Look at Findlay right now in Upper Sandusky.
Yeah, and we've got those current temperatures, 40s there, and we're slowly getting down to the mid-30s in the Toledo Metro. So temperatures dropping as some colder air works in from the northwest.
So can we get nerdy for a second?
Let's get nerdy.
All right,
do you have
so
nerd glasses?
I have to kind of put them on like that. So we've got a baroclinic zone that's set up across the area. Now, what is that? It's basically a temperature contrast from northeast to southwest, and it's right along that boundary that we've got some of the snow that's starting to transition to the Toledo Metro. Now, right around those zones, John, we actually usually get pretty good forcing in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Which, if we get a change over to snow fairly quickly, we may get some heavy thumping snow in the next hour.
Yeah. Basically what that means is we got some pretty good rainfall rates, and it was just a touch too warm for that to be snow. But the snow, once it does start coming down, once we get a cool enough profile in the atmosphere, it could come down pretty steadily for the next several hours. Any other comments coming in? We're happy to answer your questions.
We've got quite a few. I'm just giving a view up here toward US 23, Ohio-Michigan state line, because we've got so many viewers that are right around Sylvania that are coming and tuning in right now, and that's kind of what the slushy look is up in Michigan, now coming into the Toledo Metro. Pretty stark contrast, though. What, this is probably no more than 2-3 miles by the way the crow flies, down toward Talmadge Road and Secor 475. Snow is just starting to mix in, but it's not accumulating on the roadways quite yet.
Yeah, roadways, if you're headed anywhere by the mall or West Toledo, should still be fine at least for the next couple of hours, but could change this evening.
So we've got rain still in Oregon. That's not much of a surprise, but it's going to be coming through. Look at this down toward 475 Salisbury Road. Tell me, is it raining or snowing?
Yeah, it looks like rain.
Looks like
rain. A lot of the snow melted with those temperatures close to 50 yesterday, so it'll look a little different 24 hours from now, we promise.
That's a good point. Now, John, we can actually use visibility as well as a kind of a tool to see where it is snowing. Generally, let's use like Route 24 and north is probably a good marker. Or the Maumee River. If you're north of the Maumee River, Defiance now reporting some snow, all of Williams County. And we kind of pinpointed that change over to snow very early in the morning, west and north of Toledo. And that actually did play true. It's just been very slow for everyone else.
Yeah, and we did identify also Williams County was under level 1 snow emergency. We alerted you about that on the noon show. So folks out to the northwest, just drive cautiously this afternoon.
We've got rain in Gibsonburg from Larissa, snow here in West Toledo, and raining in North Baltimore. North Baltimore, John, is going to be one of those areas and down toward Finley.
Yeah.
You're likely to see rain several more hours. It may not be till right around dusk tonight that you actually make that changeover.
Yeah.
So take us through this timeline. And before we do this, I want to thank everybody for joining us on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
I mean, this is our little safe space that we can kind of chat this out. It's our therapy lesson. All right, we've been diving into the computer models, and we're talking possible scenarios and situations. I'm still telling you we're going to get a winter storm. I can tell you that. Now, amounts, they've come back just a little bit, but John, talk timeline, and then we're going to bring in meteorologist Matt Willoughby as well. And Matt is going to be talking some of the amounts and kind of why we've trimmed them back. So, John, do timeline first.
Okay, so timeline has changed a few hours for sure, but the waking up to rain part, that should come as no surprise. In fact, it's been almost a week, Chris, since we've identified this rain to snow transition. And while it is happening a few hours later than normal, it is amazing how on par, at least that part of the forecast, has been. Right around 4 p.m., generally mid-afternoon is when we expect that snow to begin falling. And the timeline does depend on where exactly you live. So those of you to the northwest, such as Sylvania, Metamora, likely seeing that snow transition right now. Then again, southeast of Toledo, be a little more patient with that timeline. And it is a very sharp cutoff between our northwestern suburbs and counties. You know, areas like Hillsdale and Lenawee counties seeing snow right now, and then folks further to the south and southeast and lakeshore communities, still a bit of rain. So generally in the afternoon is when we expect that transition, but it's going to take a few more hours, especially if you live southeast of the river.
I'm not ignoring you, I promise. I'm just kind of watching
Checking those comments
the comments coming in. So everybody else knows I'm not ignoring John. Everything he said is awesome. I love it. John's great. We had a comment come in from Williams County. Said roads are completely snow covered. You said that level 1 snow emergency. Now we're getting numerous reports in Toledo and West Toledo, Sylvania of that snow.
Yeah.
If you're joining us though, Perrysburg, Maumee, still yet to really see any snow or accumulating snow. We still see
looking
wet.
at Levis Commons, and it looks like there's a few flakes
Little
mixing
bit.
in.
I'm not going to be hitting any of the sled riding hills quite yet down in Perrysburg. The few that exist.
Mudsliding.
Mudslides, yeah. So a good timeline, John, but we can say with certainty, poor travel for most areas after 5 o'clock, probably going to be a good bet.
Yeah, and tonight through Thursday is really what we've been pinpointing for the worst of the impacts and the most significant of the snowfall anyways. So what you're seeing out the door right now is very different from how it's going to look 24 hours from now.
So we'll get back to kind of that nerd speak that we had before. So we've got this kind of, boundary or baroclinic zone across the area that's stalled out.
Yeah.
That's resulting in this sharp contrast between the warm air to the south. And the really cool thing about this is we've kind of put those streamline particles on this map.
Are very cool.
So get a little closer to the screen. Tell me if you can see this, all right?
Yeah.
Look close. You see those arrows coming out of the north across southern Michigan and much of northwest Ohio? That's where we've got that northerly wind, colder air that's driving in to this system. Right where that boundary collides, that's where we're getting sort of the best lift. And if we get that to transition over to snow, it could thump for a little bit this afternoon into the evening. That would be right along that transition zone and still south.
Right where you see that pink line.
Yes,
generally.
exactly, yeah. South of the area, though, Findlay, Tiffin, Upper Sandusky, these areas are going to be
40 degrees down there right now.
And we're going to be rain through early evening, most likely.
And then you'll slowly see that zone push to the southeast a little bit as some cold air works in from the north. And by 9 to 10 p.m., we are finally all snow with that cold air, and blue shows you snow there.
Please do me a favor, right? If you're a little grouchy right now about not seeing snow, I want you to maybe look out the front door tonight, 9, 10 o'clock, and then tell me what you're seeing then. That'll help out a lot too, because it will be steady snow, 9, 10, 11 o'clock. And John, take us into tomorrow morning as well. It will be more steady snow.
Yeah, and that's when the conditions are really going to start to become more slow and snowy on the roadways. And Chris, this is also kind of nerd speak, but snow accumulates a little more readily at nighttime. Even though you don't see the sunshine on a day like today.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
But it's there.
It's there, and
Promise.
it does have an impact on our weather. During the daytime hours, the snow has a little more tough time sticking on the roadways, but overnight while you're asleep, that snow is really going to pile up and accumulate on roads. And 24 hours from now, conditions are going to be a bit slow and snowy on the roadways, so give crews time. And we would recommend staying home if you are possible.
Can I give a shout out to Melanie really quick? She says, you know what, guys, give them a break. They can only report what they see in their data. Mother Nature changes their mind and can kind of throw us some curveballs. With that said, though, we are still expecting a winter storm. I don't want anyone to get false sense of security. Melanie, thank you so much. We appreciate your kindness and the hard work that this full weather team has done around the clock. And we're going to continue around the clock on this one. So it's still coming. It's coming for the entire area. I can assure you that. go ahead and do this since we're having a little fun. Why don't you share this Facebook Live? That'd help us out a lot as well, because we continue to give you updated information. We want WTOL 11 to be the place that you go for all that weather information. We had team coverage with all 5 meteorologists, and you're going to see Matt Willoughby in just a few moments. We had that at noon today. You're going to see it again tonight on WTOL 11, and through tomorrow morning, our team coverage. So Melanie, thank you, and thank you all for your kindness. More snow tomorrow afternoon, though, as well, John.
Yeah, continuing into Thursday afternoon, and the wind's also going to really start whipping up tomorrow afternoon. It's going to turn a lot colder than it is right now, and with the wind chill factor, the snow, it's just going to be a classic winter storm day.
What would this storm be like if you were from Louisiana? And you've never really.
If only we had someone from
you've
down
never
south.
you never really have seen snow. John, Scoot, slide on over just for a minute. I'll call you back in just a touch. I want to get meteorologist Matt Willoughby in.
Hello, hello.
Can y'all say hello to Matt Willoughby? Please give him your love, give him your kindness right now. We've got meteorologist Matt Willoughby here. Can you say hello to the beautiful people?
Hello, beautiful people. How you doing? I'm glad to join you for my second winter storm or snow event that we're about to have. So I'm excited to see everything and to help y'all with pretty much with everything y'all need to and just forecast the snow that we have coming up.
All right, so you were part of the discussion.
Yes.
You've gone through kind of the range of emotion on this one, and we have kind of tweaked some of these snow totals ever so slightly. Talk about some of the things that we're thinking about and seeing on the data right now, Matt.
So yeah, pretty much with that saying, like especially in Toledo, most of the day we're almost at 1:30 and we're still seeing rain. So a lot of those totals have been pushed back because we're still seeing those rain showers out there. So when I say pushed back, it pretty much lowered a little bit. And some places like Bryant are still possibly going to see around 10 to 14 inches of snow.
You know what we call that? That's a whopper of a snowstorm. That's still a pretty good snowstorm. I mean, we're talking still the potential of 10 to 12 inches of snow. So we're not saying that this storm is just kind of fizzled and missed us. It's still going to get us. It's just taking longer to transition over. I hope this information is helping you. That's what we're here for, to kind of just put you at ease that we're going to get through this. We are going to get snow, and it is going to come down across the area. So, yeah, Matt, we've got the snow that's going to be coming. Would you be one that would be familiar with driving on snow-covered roads?
Not at all, no. But
Does that frighten you?
A little bit. Yeah, I've driven it once, and I was actually in the station vehicle. That was my first time, but it wasn't too bad. Just take it slow, and that's all I had to do. Is take it slow, and I was fine.
That's some great advice. Let's go back through just this cycle of data really quick here, because we've got so many new people joining us. I mean, look at this. We've got a couple thousand people that are viewing this Facebook Live at this moment. So cool to have people that want to stay connected to good weather data, the best weather data that we can bring. Of course, predicting the weather, not an exact science. Wish it was. Wish we could tell you that it was going to be sunny and 70 and it'd be precise each and every time. So let's go through this, though, because, Matt, we've got that transition that is occurring right now. And some things that I do like for the snow lovers on what we're seeing on radar here is right along that baroclinic zone or that transition zone. Do you see those darker blue colors that are kind of riding into the area now? That's some of the heavier mesobanding that could be occurring once we get this boundary to really kind of cool down just enough.
Yeah. So now pretty much this is going to slowly make its way as we go pretty much into the evening hours. Like I said, it's going to slowly make its way into our area, and we could see that transition very quickly. We may not see pretty much those ice or sleet or anything. We could make that quick switch from rain to snow.
You were reporting live at noon today, right? You were over East Toledo at the docks. You saw basically all rain, right?
Yeah, it was all rain, and it kind of picked up at times. Honestly, it was like a moderate rain showers that was coming down. So
we need to hear from our folks, though, in the Toledo Metro. I'm getting lots of reports, so keep them coming in. I'm seeing one right now, rain in Oak Harbor. That's not much of a surprise. Still raining in Holland. That's a really great report, Jason. I appreciate that because it's just literally a mile or two away from you. Yeah. Here's a US 23 up at the Ohio-Michigan state line. The cool thing that we can do, ooh, look at that. US 23, State Route 51. So that's Sylvania for you, okay? So that's the snow that's coming down in Sylvania. Who else in Sylvania is seeing snow like this? Keep those comments coming. Let's go and look at that. You're at Central Avenue. That is snowing.
Right there. Those
exits are about a mile to a mile and a half apart. So if that, and we get down toward Hill Avenue, and it is rain. Look at how precise we can get where that rain-snow line is. Central Avenue, it's snowing. Hill, it is raining. and we're obviously going to see rain down toward Airport Highway, but it is on its way to the area. It's pretty cool. We could see data like this, and we can kind of highlight what's going on across the area.
Yeah.
We showed this with John just a bit ago. Secor and Talmadge. Now we're starting to see a little bit of that snow accumulate off in the edges and the median. Matt, how about you take us through kind of the timeline of what to expect? Because a lot of folks are going to be wondering, how is this going to unfold the rest of the afternoon?
Yeah, so for the rest of the afternoon, we'll, like I said, we'll make that transition slowly but surely going into Wednesday afternoon into the evening hours, but after pretty much the...
Whoa. You got Chris Dixon watching from Louisiana.
Oh, yeah, well, thank you.
Do you know Chris Dixon?
I do not, but thank you for watching, Chris. But thank you.
Good to see you, Chris. If you know Matt's family down there in Louisiana, give me a shout out.
Send me up some gumbo, please.
Oh, some gumbo. We'll talk food in a minute because I know you've got such great recommendations for good food. But I didn't mean to interrupt you. I saw Chris give you a shout out from Louisiana.
Well, thank you, Chris.
I wanted you to feel welcome. All right, back to the timeline.
So yeah, back to the timeline. Once we get into the evening hours, that's when we'll likely see that steady transition and pretty much into snow showers. And winds are going to also pick up. When I was outside earlier, the winds were starting to pick up a little bit. So anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour will be possible. But once we go into Thursday, that'll be mainly snow showers. Even into the night, we'll see mainly snow showers for us tonight.
Ooh, look at that, man.
Oh, where's that at?
Should I show him?
Ooh, yes.
So,
let's do it.
Maybe you could see that. That is some snow-covered roads in Sylvania. So we're getting reports in, just got that picture, snow-covered roads in Sylvania. So it's happening pretty quick.
Yeah, and that gives a point too. Once you see that transition, those roads are going to get pretty slick as we go into evening hours. So your evening commute could be impacted. So just take it slow out there pretty much.
Let's see. I believe it's Drea says, will South Toledo see snow at 4 p.m.? Yes, you will be seeing snow, no doubt, by 4 o'clock. Karen's still saying, I can't wait to get my snowmobile out. Bring it on, right? We will have enough snow. There's no question about that by this time tomorrow to be getting some of those winter weather activities going and the snow out and about. So snow's going to eventually take over. It's going to take some time, though, especially. Where would you say the snow is going to change over last, Matt?
I'd say probably in the southern counties, I'd say, and more kind of like more eastern, southeastern areas of Ohio could see that snow last. And even some places in Cleveland, as that kind of line of snow will continue to kind of push more south into our area. So yeah, most of those players could possibly see the snow last.
Sounds good. I think so. I think you're right on with that. And I think that we're going to see that kind of snow that's going to be steady. And I told people, later this evening, I want you to look outside 8, 9, 10 o'clock. And I want you to, don't rush to judge the forecast yet. We haven't even made it through this event. We're still going to be seeing snow tonight, snow all night, in fact, into tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is going to be just nasty if you kind of have to be out there driving. Roads still going to be snow covered. And it will continue even through the day tomorrow. Matt, we get the second wave of this.
Yeah, so there's going to be another second wave. Now, that'll bring us a few inches as well going into Thursday. Now, we'll see that first round tonight, but as we go into Thursday, that's when we'll see that second round of some snow showers pretty much well into the afternoon hours, Chris.
You enjoying yourself in Toledo?
Oh, yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's cold, but I am enjoying it. I came up here because I love the snow, because snow is pretty much a rare thing in Louisiana. Of course, some of the followers right now that's looking at from Louisiana knows that it's very rare. So there's been times where we expect snow, we're ready for snow, and we never get snow.
We got a report from Jay Thomas of heavy yellow snow in West Toledo.
Oh.
Have we told you about yellow snow yet?
No, we have not.
It's not good. I'll talk to you later.
We'll talk.
we'll take that off mine. Wink, wink. All right.
I think
snow totals.
I think I'm catching on.
You got to watch where the dog does his business. 6 to 12 inches of snow going to be expected. That's going to be our general forecast. Still think with the duration of this, some areas 10 to 14. North of Route 24 going to be the best chance of seeing some of those higher totals. So Matt, this is safe to say that this will probably be the big storm that you've ever seen. And folks, this is still a significant winter storm over a longer duration as we finally make that transition from rain to snow. Matt, one last question before we bring John back on. Your favorite style and type of food? I know you got a big Southern heart.
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite stuff?
Favorite stuff gotta be chicken Alfredo pasta. Love that. Love some seafood. I love some Philly cheesesteak, but mostly pizza. And I've tried Pizza Popolis so far, and I love it. I haven't tried a deep dish yet, but I'll eventually make my way over there to have some.
Can you guys do me a favor? If you got a favorite restaurant, why don't you put it in the comments right here? Matt's going to go look through some of those. What's your favorite hometown restaurant?
Let's do it.
Favorite place to eat?
I'm making my way around Toledo.
I'm waiting for that first comment to come in. Who's gonna tell me their favorite place? You tell me when it pops up there. We've got so many good places to eat here. So we're looking forward to that, and we will no doubt. Oh, listen to this poor guy. You love the snow though, right?
I love it. Yeah.
We're all kids. We're getting snow in Northwood now too, so that's
okay. We got Applebee's chicken penne pasta.
All right, Applebee's, Mancy's. Okay. There's shout out to Pizza Popolis.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. We've got Chowders and more in Waterville. Beautiful, beautiful
Texas
location.
Roadhouse. Love Texas Roadhouse.
Love it. All right, well, thanks for those comments. Matt's going to kind of filter through those. Matt, I appreciate that. I'm going to bring John just in for one more time to kind of wrap this up. We'll let people get back. I'll have John kind of take the stage for any closing thoughts on this.
I have
what
some
you got?
nerdy new information, actually.
Oh, that's why.
Chris, we were geeking out over the baroclinic zone. And remember on radar, we were showing that dark blue right along the rain-snow line?
Let's do it.
Well, I have some new information from the Storm Prediction Center, actually. And usually when we talk about the SPC, they talk about thunderstorms.
Right.
This is still a winter storm, but they've actually identified that there is the chance that right along that line where the snowfall rates are going to come down the heaviest, we could see 1 inch per hour, if not heavier snow.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's what we call a mesoscale discussion. I know that sounds very geeky, and it is, but they've identified right along that transition line where the snowfall rates could be the heaviest. You might get over 1 inch in 1 single hour, and that could be continued for several hours into the evening there.
John, have you had a chance to kind of dive into that data? Because you and I were talking about that and that distinct possibility just a bit ago. What are your thoughts on the timing for all that?
You know, for the Toledo Metro, I would say some of those snowfall rates are going to begin before sundown.
Awesome.
You know, I know we can't really see the sun much today, but by about 4 to 5 p.m., it's going to be thumping snow, as we say. Coming down good.
I like it.
And that line of the heaviest rates is going to be shifting to the east over the next couple of hours.
I love it.
So even even like Bowling Green in Oregon, they're going to get some good snowfall rates. Just going to be a little more patient with it.
And this is the exact area that we talked about, that you and I talked about. It's that baroclinic zone right there.
Yeah, the dark blue there on radar.
John, you take over this. So we'll just kind of put this up here. So snowfall. I'm typing something on the computer. You take it away, John.
Yeah, so that dark blue color you see there on radar, that's the zone where we still have all that moisture coming in from the south, but we also have the cold enough temperatures from the northwest. And when those two kind of butt heads in the winter, that's a good recipe for getting some good snowfall rates, where we have the rich moisture and also the chilly temperatures. And that's that area where we identified snowfall rates could come down 1 inch or more per hour. And if it does snow that hard in the next few hours, you know, we're going to see road conditions deteriorate quickly, especially right around sunset. So if you did have to go into work today, if you have any errands to run, you know, I would recommend staying in by the time the sun goes down. 5 p.m. on through the evening, that's when we're going to start to see the snow pile up.
A lot of people have been quick to dismiss this, saying, yeah, you know, the snow, this is a complete bust. Not yet, no. This is still going to be a storm that could be of significance.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're seeing the evidence here right on radar. You know, folks in northern Indiana are getting the good snowfall right now. It'll be here before we know it. Those dark blue colors on radar, they're shifting to the east. So as you're looking at radar throughout the afternoon, just pay attention to that line and how it transitions and moves. It will. Just gonna have to be patient.
All right. Well, we appreciate it. We've had several thousand people all across not only the area but across the region and country that have tuned into this Facebook Live. So we appreciate your comments. We appreciate your kindness as well. We are doing our best to serve you, to get you prepared for this one. If you don't see it that way, I'm sorry. I can't help you. So be kind to each other and know that we're going to be here on WTOL 11, of course, on our digital platform streaming, on our app, free app, right, John?
Yeah, free app. And I think we should also let our viewers know about our 4 o'clock newscast today.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Right. So we better start getting ready for that, right? And we may be talking about some thumping snow. Snowfall rates of up to 1 inch per hour will be possible with that. So For meteorologist Matt Willoughby, Diane Phillips, Ryan Weekman, and John Birchfield, we appreciate you guys sticking around for this live streaming update. We encourage you to stay safe and have a great afternoon. We will be back live on air, as John said, on WTOL 11 at 4 p.m. as some heavier snow does move into the area. Take care and be safe.
Yeah, I saw that MD and I was like,
I'm so happy you dropped that. Yeah.